10 insanely rich people who live like they have nothing you won't believe. How would you live your life if you were wealthy and didn't have to worry about money? Would you prefer to live an extravagant and luxurious lifestyle, or would you prefer to live modestly? Although it may be difficult to believe, there are many wealthy people who have plenty of money but choose to live as if they were middle class. They are frugal with their money and do not splurge on unnecessary items for health, comfort, and a few luxuries here and there. Not all wealthy people have massive mansions, expensive car collections, or live the jet-set lifestyle. In this video, we discuss 10 people who are fabulously wealthy, living like they have nothing. We would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel, Luxury Royale, and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 10. Nicholas Woodman. For those who are unfamiliar, Nicholas Woodman is the CEO and founder of GoPro. This man started his business from almost nothing, and he had previously failed completely in his previous attempts to start businesses prior to GoPro. He founded his business by selling shell necklaces, living out his VW van to save money, and borrowing money from his parents. The early designs of the GoPro camera were simple and uncomplicated, and far removed from the high-end cameras seen today by extreme sports enthusiasts. Nicholas Woodman, as evidenced by his attire, never forgot where he came from. His outfits reflect his background as a simple California surfer who simply wanted to take cool photos while surfing. Number 9. Dustin Moskowitz. Mark Zuckerberg did not create Facebook by himself, not at all. He needed the assistance of people like Dustin Moskowitz, the social media giant's co-founder. He is actually slightly younger than Mark Zuckerberg, so he was named the youngest self-made billionaire by Forbes in 2011. He left Facebook in 2008 to pursue his own projects, including Asana, an app designed to assist teams in tracking their work. When you look at Dustin Moskowitz, you wouldn't guess he's a billionaire. With his large sideburns and frizzy hair, he appears unassuming. He prefers to wear a simple plaid shirt most of the time, with the addition of some simple jeans, as seen here. Number 8. Leonardo DiCaprio. This is one man who needs no introduction, though you might have to look at this picture for a long time before you realize who it is. That is, in fact, Leonardo DiCaprio. This actor is one of the world's most successful and well-known actors, appearing in films that we all know and love. He began his career at a very young age in films such as Titanic, and is still very active in Hollywood today with films such as The Wolf of Wall Street. Leonardo has a massive fan base, with people going crazy whenever they see him on the street. Perhaps this is why Leonardo dresses so unassumingly. After all, the best way to draw attention to yourself is to dress extravagantly. Leonardo enjoys biking around the city and does so by renting bikes. Number 7. Ingvar Kamprad. You'd never guess from this picture that this old man is one of the world's wealthiest men. For a time, he was the richest man on the planet. This is, of course, Ingvar Kamprad, the Swedish furniture company Ikea's founder. He is worth nearly $50 billion, but official estimates seem to change every year. However, it is undeniable that he is one of the world's wealthiest men. Ikea is an acronym that stands for his first and last name, the first letter of his family farm, and the first letter of a nearby town. He has been in business since he was a small child, selling matchsticks from his bicycle in his early days. From this photo, he appears to be a very humble man, and he and his wife appear to be a typical blue-collar couple. Number 6. Amancia Ortega. Amancia Ortega is another unassuming man who happens to be extremely wealthy. He is the man behind Zara Clothing, and he is the world's wealthiest retailer with an estimated net worth of $80 billion. He is well known for his austere way of life. He refuses to wear a tie, instead opting for a plain blue shirt and pants. In case you were wondering, Zara does not manufacture any of these items. He wears a blazer on rare occasions. He is also known for keeping his personal life very private. Prior to 1999, not a single photograph for him had ever been published. He has only given 3 interviews to journalists in his entire life. As a result, many people have written books about this mysterious man, delving into his past. Number 5. Vincent Kartheiser. Vincent Kartheiser is most likely the youngest and least wealthy person on this list. You might recognize him as the star of the hit show Mad Men. Despite being the poorest person on this list, he's no slouch, with a net worth of around $3 million. Aside from Mad Men, you may recognize him from shows such as Angel, where he plays the character of Connor. As you can see from this photo, Vincent doesn't try to impress anyone with his attire and appears to be a regular guy on the street. I have the impression that I'm not a part of the culture. And because I don't have a car, I don't go anywhere to shop. In fact, I've been slowly selling and giving away everything I own. Number 4. Suleiman Karamov. Suleiman Karamov is another example of a mega-rich man who prefers to live a simple life. He was born in the former Soviet Union and had a fairly bleak life prior to the collapse of communism in Russia. He worked at an electrical plant and was paid only $250 per month. He and his wife lived in a workers' hostel attached to the plant. Following the demise of the Soviet Union, he dabbled in investing and purchased shares in Gazprom. Suleiman benefited greatly as a result of the success of this oil company. He has also had great success in the mining of precious metals. As you can see, Suleiman prefers to dress simply. He'll do with some old regular jeans and a brown long-sleeved shirt, topped off with an old battered baseball cap. Number 3. Reid Hoffman. Here's another man who may not appear to be all that impressive at first glance, but don't be fooled, he's one of the world's wealthiest men. This LinkedIn founder is living the dream with a net worth of around $3 billion. Reid Hoffman grew up as a typical kid, but by the age of 12, he was heavily involved in the development of successful role-playing games. In high school, he apparently farmed maple syrup and got his hands dirty with other activities. Hoffman worked for Apple and PayPal after college before co-founding LinkedIn. Hoffman, as evidenced by his attire, does not wear his clothes to flaunt his wealth. He's similar to Mark Zuckerberg in that he usually wears the same thing, a simple polo paired with some simple khaki pants. He, like many others on this list, donates a lot to charity and is very involved in philanthropy. Number 2. James Packer and David Geingle. If you happen upon this scene on the street, you'd assume it involved two homeless men fighting over loose change or two drug addicts squabbling over some minor disagreement. However, you may be surprised to learn that these two men are among the wealthiest men in the world. James Packer is the man in the black cap on top of David Geingle, the man whose gray hair is being pushed into the grass. James Packer is a $4 billion resort owner from Australia. David Geingle is a millionaire and the CEO of 9 Network, which owns a slew of television-related businesses. So why did these two wealthy men clash? It's even more surprising when you consider that the two men are friends who once shared an apartment. Number 1. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is yet another billionaire who appears to be a regular guy. With a net worth of approximately $3 billion, he owns the Dallas Mavericks as well as numerous television and film companies. He grew up in a non-wealthy family. When he was 12, he sold garbage bags to buy new basketball shoes. Since leaving college, he has made a variety of business investments that have led him to where he is now. Despite his immense wealth, he dresses in a very ordinary manner. He usually wears just sneakers, regular jeans, and a long-sleeved shirt. But it's not just his attire that gives him the appearance of a regular dude. He also screams and shouts at officials during basketball games to the point where the NBA fines him significantly. Even though he's a billionaire, he appears to act like the average drunk at sporting events, yelling his head off and occasionally being thrown out. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, Luxury Royale, and show us your support by giving us a thumbs up.